Welcome to the Blacklist After Buzz After Show, Redemption After Show. I always forget that. Episode 6, Hostages.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey,
That's a good song, man.
I mean, it's a good song. This is
I can listen to
actually,
it all day.
yeah. Welcome to the Blacklist Redemption After Buzz After Show. We're listening to a little Found a Child by Ball and Jack. You thought it was Bust a Move, Young MC, but they do a little thing called sampling in hip hop, and this is a thing that they sampled, used in this episode of Hostages in a daring rescue scene that I love very much. I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined as always by the lovely Julia Carey. Hi,
Hello.
Julia.
Hi, Brazzy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. I do love the song. So, Redemption. This shit is heating up.
I like it.
I like the show now.
I like the show now.
I went from being on the fence to like, I like the characters, what are they doing, to like, oh, I love this show.
Oh, yeah.
Like in one episode. How'd they do that?
Not just one episode. I mean, they've had a couple really cool
They've
episodes.
been building up. They've been building
There
up
was
to
a
something.
couple wah-wahs,
Well-
but, you know, we're only 6 episodes in, and I think the track record is speaking for itself for the most part.
I'll put it to you like this: there
Okay.
are 3. I mean, it's been building up to something, but this is the episode where I feel like the show has reached its full potential. Where it's realized, like, oh, this is what this is.
This is what it is. Absolutely, I
and,
agree.
and it did all the things that it's supposed to be doing. It did it well. Finally, did it well on all cylinders.
Absolutely.
I feel like that because we've got the characters. You know, Scotty's interesting, and they're all interesting, and you know, Solomon and Tom, and they're all interesting as separate parts.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add in, you know, Howard, and that's interesting, and then they're doing heist and missions and through Halcyon, and that's interesting. But it kind of was all floating. It's loosely connected to the Blacklist. They're all kind of floating out there as like separate parts.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is where it all kind of gelled as to what
Absolutely.
the show's going to be.
It's becoming a thing.
It's a
I'm in
thing.
it.
I'm in.
It's fun. There's
I'm very excited
intrigue,
about it.
there's heists, there's spies, there's crackerjack fun plots.
Cracker Jack fun plot. So let's get into that plot because today that was called Hostages. I really like the idea of having Halcyon as a sort of
Halcyon.
Halcyon, thank you.
What's halcyon?
Halcyon, something I'm
What's
making
that?
up.
Okay.
It's a new pharmaceutical drug.
Oh, cool.
that's-
It sounds like it.
New pharmaceutical company that develops. Anyway, Halcyon.
Yes, Halcyon.
Okay, thank you. I like the backdrop of Halcyon being. Oh, and I should say hello to all you guys joining us on YouTube Live right now. I don't have my computer
Your
with
computer.
me.
This is weird.
Actually, my computer's. I lost. Oh, we put up on the board. Thank you.
Oh, that's perfect.
There
yeah.
we are. I lost my computer actually.
You lost it?
Yeah, I got stolen.
Actually, lost your computer.
Gone forever.
I feel like the thing is handcuffed to your wrist.
No. The one time I unhandcuffed it, it's gone.
Oh
All
no.
my secrets are out there in the wind.
Oh, for real? You lost your computer?
The knock list is in the wind.
That sucks.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I need Tom Cruise
the knock list is in the wind.
or Halcyon to
Halcyon,
recover.
help us out.
Recover my laptop. But thank you for all those who join us live right this very second. Cassandra Sellers and all the rest of you folks. I can see a little bit of you. Andrew Martin, of course, Golden Toe, the whole gang. Hello, folks.
Oh no,
I know,
Joby's computer.
I know. Sorry, it's a
Sucks.
bummer.
Well, at least we have you.
It is in the wind. But thank
guys.
you, and all of you listening on iTunes, thank you as well. Yeah, man. So, Hostages is where this started.
Yes.
And this next episode, and it started with the abduction of a nice little family, a
Sweet little family.
sweet little family, a nice mother and father, and a plucky, precocious little
He
boy.
was a precocious little plucky, impish child, wasn't he?
This boy, a bodyguard and a driver. And I knew it was going to go wrong, mainly because the episode was called Hostages.
Well, yes,
But-
that was the first indication.
But it looked like
That helps.
something was going to go wrong.
Something was going to go amiss.
Especially when, and here's the thing: if you're driving down the road and you see the thing on fire,
We don't investigate.
I just hit
We
the
just
gas.
call 911 and drive around it.
I hit the gas, especially if I'm someone that needs protection.
Yeah.
If I've got a guard.
And you're in the middle of effing nowhere.
hold on, let's check this out.
Yeah.
You're
no,
fired
no.
already.
Keep going.
Guard's fired.
Yes.
Anyway, but he does. He gets out. He checks it out,
know.
and sure enough, pop, he's gone. They got in and took care of the thing.
I'm thinking about how devastated this child must be and how much therapy he's going to need after this.
This kid's seen a lot.
He's seen a lot of shit in his 9 years. or
Well,
however old he is.
but he had the wherewithal and the
gumption.
the gumption
I love the word gumption.
to snatch the phone
Yes.
in a very it's
It
also
was a good move.
mom, not now, Johnny, but mom,
Mom.
nope, there's no time for whatever you got to do. But I have the man's phone.
Er?
That was the corniest of the
It was
the
corny,
corniest
but
thing
super
ever.
fun. Will that help?
Yes. Terrible. I can't. I don't like my voice. I can't do my voice. But yeah, will that help?
But mom,
Well, this I can't do it. Anyway.
does that help?
Yeah. Well, we might have a chance, kid.
Hey, kid.
Hey, Dumont, I think we might have a way in.
Quick thinking, kid.
Click. Anyway, so yeah, so
Play this game all day.
It's fun. We should reenact the whole episode.
Yes, we can.
All right. So the kidnapping happens. Out emerges.
Can I ask? Okay, go
Please.
on.
No. Tell me. Ask a question. Go.
Well, out emerges what you're gonna say, right? Is Rosha, right?
Yeah.
What is it? I've never heard this phrase before. Do what I say, or I'm going to turn you into a pair of shoes.
I don't know. I love it.
I don't know what that means.
Don't know what it means either, but I love it.
I've never heard that in all of the spy mystery kidnapping things I've watched.
Does it mean like he shoots them and they fly out of their shoes like the old comic westerns and the shoes are left? Does it mean that
I'm going to turn you into
Okay.
a pair of shoes.
like leather, like you do like cattle? You slaughter them and you make the boots.
Oh.
Like someone say, I'll turn you into a jacket. No one says that.
No one says I'll turn you into a pair of shoes either.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry. That's like my first note. I was like, huh?
that's what makes it so cool.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
he says that, and what's my man's name again?
Rosha.
Rosha. Rosha's cool. He was a cool villain.
cool.
He's got
Yeah.
the suit. He came out. He's former Brazilian intelligence.
Yep.
From Brazilian intelligence. I believed every last bit of what he was doing.
Diego Rosha. There it is.
Diego Rosha.
a good name.
A good name and a good villain.
solid.
Did he die?
No,
Good. I liked him.
but he got captured.
I know that's good, but
Yeah.
he's a good character. He
was great.
I mean, look at Solomon. He was a bad guy doing a bunch of bad shit.
Favorite of all time.
Now he's, I guess he's still doing a bunch of bad shit, but
He's still doing that shit.
But
Okay.
yeah, so that's great. So Rosha comes out. I like that he's well dressed. I like that he's got the nice tie and everything else.
Well, he ought to be. This is big business dealings.
Right. Also, I was also wondering, why is he like actually out there on the kidnap?
It puts the lotion in the basket, Golden Toe. There you go. Human skin shoes.
No.
Gross.
I wonder. Speaking of who puts lotion in a basket, in our other show, Bates Motel.
Bates Motel. Well, let's not digress. We don't have too much time.
All right, we don't. All right. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So, why does he show up? Why doesn't he have his goons go do that while he shows up somewhere else?
Well, I think he needs to make the impression. He needs to make it known who he is, what they're dealing with, who they're dealing with.
Right.
Because he's the one who instills the fear.
Yeah.
And he's the one who has no qualms about shooting some guy in the head that he was supposed to turn over to you.
No qualms.
Yeah, no qualms.
I like the word qualms, by the way.
Thank you.
And I like it when someone's qualmless.
Qualmless?
Yes.
And filled with gumption?
Filled with gumption.
else?
Qualmless and full of gumption. All right, so what was I gonna say? The other thing I'm fascinated with is the hostage recovery business. What do they call them? HRT, hostage recovery team. The insurance companies that go in and they recover these.
Yeah.
I
didn't know
love
that was a thing.
It's a thing. It was a thing in that movie with Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like you go in and there's places where people are kidnapped all the time. You bring in the insurance team. Usually they have someone that works with the team.
Oh.
Insurance company. They have a bunch of mercenaries that work with them. In this case, it's Halcyon. In that one case, it was Russell Crowe. I love that. I love the idea of that.
Oh, yeah, I like that idea too.
Yeah, we're experts. We come in, we pay the ransoms, we recover stuff. And
Yeah.
I love the idea of it. So,
No, I thought it was really cool.
but I like that they got Halcyon on board, and I don't know. Did you knew there was something wrong with my man from the start? This is beginning to be a bit Scooby-Doo-ish, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Blacklist Redemption has already had like 4 of these, where it's like
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
it's like 6 episodes. One man, one criticism. 6 episodes. They don't have a blacklister, but they always have some guy who's your friend, and then like, oh, I'm the guy gonna set this whole thing up. Actually, I'm the villain. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your dumb dog.
And then you take off and your dumb dog, and then you rip off your mask.
Yeah,
It's all right. It hasn't gotten old for me
proof
yet.
of life.
Proof of life.
That's it. Thank you.
And then she left Dennis Quaid
Yes.
for Russell Crowe.
Did she?
move.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Then she got much plastic surgery.
So much.
Too much.
She used to be so cute.
She was a bit adorable.
I know, America's sweetheart.
I know. People get old. All right. We digress.
We are not focusing today.
we're
at all.
not.
I'm
We're all-
sorry, guys.
Sorry. Okay. Back to the Blacklist Redemption. So Halcyon comes in. Oh wait, my
Yes.
question to you is: Did you now think this guy is shady, or did you not?
I mean, only because I recognize the actor. When I
Right.
recognize it's just like on Law and Order SVU,
Right.
which I watch religiously. Every time it's like a guest star, and I
Yeah.
recognize, and I was like, oh, you're probably the bad guy.
Yeah.
you
they're
know.
Like, hey, when
I'm
they,
just
they come in.
conditioned that way because I watch so much television.
Right. It's like a well-known character actor. I'm like, I'm just here cleaning the floor. You're
Yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
you're
No,
not.
you're not.
You're a big time actor. Yeah, but
That's the only reason. But I wasn't tipped off from the beginning.
okay. All right. Well, I had some like, but I didn't really think of how. I really liked the way this episode was laid out and was constructed because they do a lot of misdirection and a lot of sort of plot twists, like
Sure.
the introduction of, you have to release this prisoner we want,
Carlos Cantana.
Carlos Cantana, but he's not on the records at all because
He's not there. He's
not
supposed to be
there.
in FBI custody, but the warden won't
Right.
even let Halcyon talk to them, which is weird.
is
because they can do whatever they want because she's Scotty Hargrave.
Yep.
But not this time.
And Scotty came in and pulled a favor and said, "Look, what's really going on?" to talk to her girl.
Yep.
And
Then we find out
he flipped.
he flipped.
He's an informant.
He was an informant. He wanted out.
I liked all that.
I liked that a lot.
That was very cool. Yeah. So then they'd go and talk to him and convince him to do
And
the
it
thing.
also made me feel for Diego Rocha a little bit,
Yeah.
because I really thought that I went back and forth thinking, does he know he's an informant, and that's why he
Right.
wants him back? But he didn't know.
Didn't know at
the
all.
whole time. He didn't know until the end.
Right. I did like. So then going back, but Diego,
He
man,
wanted his son back.
I like the idea. This is what. So, Diego's known for the double cross and the weird stuff, and he's like, what did Scotty say? She dealt with him once, and did you get him back? And she's like, most of
Pieces
them.
of- yeah,
pieces
most of them.
whatever. Like, that's not very good for business if you're known for like not giving back your hostages.
Yeah, I know. But I guess it didn't matter because he was working with the insurance guy anyway.
Exactly.
So whatever. He could do whatever.
I did like when they sent.
But it also makes people take you really seriously because he was shooting and killing people that are kind of expendable anyway. Like
Right.
the driver.
Right.
He's not going to give that driver up.
Strate-
He's just going to show like, this is how badass I am. Oh, you think you want him back? Or you want him back? You didn't say alive. Bang, bang.
Yeah, he's just a driver. He's not really a bodyguard.
Well, you don't care. But I have no issues with shooting the family.
Some might say no qualms.
No qualms. I almost said qualms, but I didn't want to give you the satisfaction.
It's all right. So, but I did like, so they sent Tom and old Solomon in to go check this thing out. I like that. I like that when they came in. Again, can't say enough about Tom and Solomon, the two-man
Okay.
team doing stuff.
All day. That's all I
Great.
want.
They send them good cop, bad cop, if you will. They say they want one person. Solomon's not having it, pulls a knife, and he does if I drop this cigarette, they die. That's cool. I love that stuff too.
I love that stuff
I love the
too.
idea of like, if I if I fart, the guy dies. I don't know why. If I raise my hand, I don't know why I went to fart. Anyway, I like.
You're a 12-year-old boy.
But it
That's why.
reminds me of like good old school like Tinker Tailor Soldier spy
Yeah,
movie. Like
it's fun.
It's like if I drop this cigarette, like I love that. So they believed him, and Tom went.
And a little dart to the chest.
Dart to the chest.
I don't think that was necessary.
Seems a little unnecessary, doesn't
A
it?
little bit.
Can you put a bag over his head?
Anything.
Like or
Dart to the chest.
like it was
You
so
put
quick.
down
Like,
an elephant.
I'm like, gotcha. You're like a little dramatic, but by the way, Tom was already on board. He was already coming.
Yeah, I just thought it was just a little over the top.
A little blindfold.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
He's
so
polite. He would have put it on himself at that.
darts him. He gets to the guy. Says he wants back the thing. He said, we already went over this. He said, we'll give me back this guy in good faith. Tom's like, don't worry about it. He's going to be okay. At that moment, I knew he was dead. Bam. Of course, he's dead. He reports back. Who else is there?
Oh, hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Howdy from across the pond.
There you are.
Love you guys.
All right. Anyway, so they went back to report to Scotty. This is what they're going to do. The insurance guys. That's when they didn't find out about the guy.
Katara, that he's actually an FBI informant, but they can't find him.
They can't find him.
Yes, and Diego Rocha is not having that. It gives him 4 hours to find him.
Exactly.
But
So
he's in deep cover.
Deep cover. They do find them. They do have that lovely exchange about with this. We need you to help. This is why the wife and the baby come out. Mm-hmm. And Solomon has 2 or 3 great lines. The first great line he had before that was, "Don't you want to do things to help people? Because I love to help people for a price."
For a price.
Yeah.
Not everyone is a mercenary, Solomon.
Not everyone's a mercenary. Some people want to help people. I want to help people too for a price. That's great.
But then his other great line was, "Mazel tov.
Yeah.
You married up."
Solomon.
God, he's so good.
One-liners everywhere. So they started with 2. She talked about the $4 million.
Yep.
They say yes. They takes him in. He wants to wear a wire. They bring him in to wear a
Nez
wire.
wants to wear a wire.
Yeah,
He doesn't want
to
to.
wear a wire. Turns out he shouldn't have worn the wire, but it didn't matter. He's blown. He's blown anyway.
Yeah, once they found out
Yeah.
he was an informant, it was over for him.
So anyway, they wire him up. They go to make the drop. Seems like a routine exchange.
Mm-hmm.
But they cleared Nez and Solomon. And by the way, I don't know much about much, but if you have 2 snipers, are they side by side?
I don't know.
I
know. Just spread out a little bit. Spread your wings.
Yeah, one's here, one's over there.
Yeah,
cover 2
there's
positions.
a lot of surface area to cover. This guy
But
is
if you're
a
one position,
trained operative. He
you
knows
don't need 2 snipers if you're in one position.
Yes,
But
you
maybe.
do.
I guess extra firepower, I guess.
I guess you do.
All right, so they do that. He says, "Call for your snipers in the hill."
Mm-hmm.
He does. They make the exchange, which is cool. Little precocious boy steals the phone.
But Mom, does this help?
I think it does. They find him. They go off. Dumont can then start to use that phone to trace dude. Once they realize, of course, Dumont. Which I'm going to get to. By the way, we're going to get to the other B storyline separately.
Yeah.
I just want to get through this. So they then take the guy and they don't kill him. They go to torture him.
Yeah.
And I don't like torture scenes.
I love torture scenes.
Oh no!
I love torture scenes.
But I
You
do
kidding
like
me?
I like when the torturer talks a lot about what he's
I
going to
could
do.
watch it all day. It reminds me of our Hannibal days.
Yeah,
Love that stuff.
but like very poetic. Some say in ancient cultures they use the whatever. When one's slaughtering a cow, like all that stuff. That the long exposition about what they're about to do.
And I love when someone's like hanging from the rafters and super duper exposed. I love like all the tools coming out.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
I like all of it but I don't want to see them get tortured. I don't want to see the actual torture.
Oh, I do. I love that stuff.
What is wrong with you,
I
Julia?
like the gore.
Oh no! Wait, do you like Hostel?
Well, not really, because when I saw it, I had just returned from backpacking in Europe, and I was in Bratislava.
Yeah.
And I was like, that could have been me.
See? Yeah, I can't.
I also can't
do
deal
it.
with things that had to do with the Achilles.
Oh.
All the other stuff I'm fine, but
What about Hostel 2?
did we see Hostel 2? Is that something that people saw?
I don't know. It's a big thing.
How many are there?
I don't know. 2.
Oh, I saw the first one.
2 was just all women. He's like torturing women the whole time. I just don't like it.
Oh no, it's the Achilles heel. When he sliced the Achilles heel
Spoiler
of that
alert.
kid.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I mean, it's all
All right.
torture.
All right. Anyway. Torture is bad, kids.
Tickle them to death, says
Yes.
Golden Tell.
That's what I say.
That's actually my worst nightmare. I'm very
No torture. Anyway, so he does a thing, but he actually does slice the, not the Achilles, but the other artery down
Yeah.
there. To let him bleed slowly while they do a bunch of torture. And you knew at that moment, right when he's going to do the thing, I'm coming for you. Brrr, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So I liked it didn't catch on. I liked that they got the location. That rescue, though, I thought was extremely well done.
Yeah.
The team comes in. They come with the ambiguous piece of tech that no one's ever heard of, but I'll buy it because it's cool. The supersonic ball.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I love it.
That's fun.
Dumont's like, it's a good thing we got the sonic ball. There's no way in. There's 50 guards. You've only 3 of you, but we have the sonic ball.
We have the Sonic Ball.
And so,
All is well.
fine by me. I loved it. She shoots the sonic ball in. Everyone goes nuts. They have the earplug, which of course knocks out the sonic ball.
That's all it takes.
Everyone's messed.
Little foam in your ears.
They go in. They take everyone out. I loved all that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
They get them all out. But what I don't understand is they get everyone but the two guys they came to get. They leave the insurance guy and what's his name?
Burton was the insurance guy, and
No.
Diego Rocha.
Yeah, they leave Burton and Rocha like in there, so they come out just in time for Burton and Rocha to come out and kill each other, or try to kill Tom, and then boom, he kills Rocha.
I liked that move when, well, first of all, I liked the reveal that it was the insurance guy all the time, that he was
Good.
the one in charge. He was the one running the crew.
It's very clever.
Yeah, and that I like the idea that there was a deal to share the insurance money. So, of course, he's willing to give up as much money as he possibly can
Right.
in these instances. So I like that notion of them working together.
Right.
I thought that
love
was a cool little device.
I also did like the little exchange sort of between Tom and Diego. What's my man's name? The prisoner.
Kantara.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when they're waiting for the exchange.
You got a baby? I got a baby.
Well, it just they share the same story, taken in by a father figure, raised, and then as soon as they're old enough, put a gun in their hand and have them start
Tell-
hurting people.
Tell me about it, bro.
I mean, if you want to talk about Blacklist redemption,
Yeah.
Carlos is the only one so far who has achieved redemption.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I had a gun in my hand. I think what a wacky coincidence that is. Me too. I had a foster guy, but I've got it in my hand. I was killing people since I was a kid too.
Oh, yeah.
I know it is. Oh, I got a kid too. Year old. Anyway, two sides of the same coin. Let's go. I don't know. I thought that was cool.
I liked it.
I liked it too. I'm making fun of it, but I liked
It
it.
also just reminded me of, the origin story of where this all came from with the Blacklist, and that Spagnus is still back home and
Yeah.
Lizzie's still around.
Doing something. Cracking cases.
Well,
Right. Okay. So they rescue him and all is well. They
then there's the cool moment where Rocha killed the insurance agent,
yeah.
the insurance guy, because he really, my son
Yeah, my son.
in Portuguese.
And we kind of saw that kind of developing as Rocha was watching him being tortured. I
Yeah.
think Rocha was going to let that happen anyway, but we'll see. But ultimately he couldn't do it.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see Rocha again. Rolling back to the top of the
Okay.
show, when we last saw Howard, he was being abducted by Solomon, being
old
taken,
Solomon.
and so Howard, everyone knows. Well, at least Scotty knows, and Solomon knows that Howard's alive, and so they've taken Howard to a secure location. They've taken him to his hospital where he's under great care. Now, walk me through briefly Scotty's sort of feelings and motivation, because when we first see Scotty, she seems so like, oh, Howard, I love you.
Well, before we see her with Howard, it was weird. It made me say, as I wrote down here. First of all, how did Howard know that they were coming and had the wherewithal to burn down all his information, his Homeland board?
Well, maybe because Tom's like, I'm gonna tell Scotty, and so once he's like, don't tell Scotty, I'm gonna tell Scotty.
Oh,
And
that's
then
why he did it?
He's like, I gotta start burning shit down.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't think about that. So we see Scotty in the apartment with all the burned down stuff with Solomon, and she is steely as can be.
Steely.
But then immediately the next scene, she's like, "Oh, Howard,
Yeah.
you're alive! I
yeah.
thought I lost you."
What did she become? What did she become? A 1940s?
Oh, I can't.
Okay. Anyway,
She was just one step away from being like, "Howie, Howie, you're alive!" I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either, but I love it. Okay,
like
so yeah, so she's steely, and she looks at the things where she seems like she is the most sinister, coldest bee ever, and then she sees Howard, and she's like, "My husband, I know you're doing this for the wrong reasons. I know you think you're just ill."
And he is steely as F too. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
I'm on to you.
Yeah. Who do you believe?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know. Because we've seen her in intimate moments with Trevor.
Yeah.
And where she's talking about Whitehall. That they have the same, we talked about this a little bit last week,
Right,
how they
the
have
same
the
story.
same story, just different takes on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But then she gets all electrocutey. Like,
Well,
come
I know.
on.
Well, so okay, so then she's all like, "Don't worry, Howard, it's fine." She goes away. Tom's like, "I'm before," but actually, Tom tells Nez.
Tom tells Nez,
Yeah.
which was a bold move. We don't
Yeah.
really know exactly what's going on, and
Lloyd's
they're
Lab,
a small team.
Which, as predicted by me or one of us or both of us, we predicted that Tom will tell Nez, and Nez will be. It'll be Tom
Team
and
Howard, Team Scotty with
Scotty.
Solomon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
figured that out. So Nez, yeah, your Lizzie is very similar to your
To my
your
Scotty.
we only got one impression. Also very similar to the precocious young boy.
Hey, Mom! Does this help?
It's all one impression.
Oh, Howie!
And then Lizzie.
Red.
There it is. All right,
Yep,
that's all three.
you're right. You're right, Watson Key. They are
Watson
all the
Key,
same.
Did you get the distinction there?
Yeah.
Anyway,
They're subtle. They're subtle, Watson Key.
so they he tells Nez. Nez says, "I'm on it. She's gonna find out where Howard is." She looks through all the security footage and everything else, and all of I don't know whatever she does back there behind the scenes that we don't see on camera. She finds out where he is. He's like, Tom's like, "I'm going in." Bold move. Cameras everywhere. He does it.
He doesn't care.
Doesn't care. Goes to bust him out.
Daddy was right and calls him Dad.
Yeah, and calls him Dad, and he's like, "Oh, you never did that before," and they're almost busted out, but they don't quite make it. Which I like that scene too. That escape was cool.
Yeah.
That security guard was on it though. By the way, he was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
Shut down all this." Da-da-da-da-da. Pretty
effective.
Pretty on the ball for a security
Absolutely.
guard. Usually, the security guards are like bungling and tripping down stairwells and stuff. But this guy was on the ball.
Trying to get the right key.
Yeah, they're fumbling right
I can't get the key. I can't get the key.
Yeah. They're falling down stairwells getting kicked. But this guy was on the ball.
Yeah.
And then Tom somehow, runs and does that cool jump off
Oh my
escape.
God, that was so good.
Yeah, like
Very Batman-y.
don't know where he's going, don't know where he's landing.
That's right. Tom always lands on his feet.
Exactly.
My Tomcat.
My little Tomcat always lands on his feet. Oh God. Okay, yeah, he did land on his feet. He goes out. So he goes back. Explains the whole thing. There's Scotty. I do like the scene where Scotty comes into the hospital, cool as a cucumber, very pissed off, but also like, that's
her
okay.
fault.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
My fault.
Just give me the security footage. No security footage.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right,
So,
well,
give him what you can.
Yeah, she's.
Put it on a flash drive.
That was very well played by Funka Jensen. It was reserved. She's got a bunch of anger back there, but
Yes.
she's always going to stay cool, calm, and reserved.
Yes.
And I like the way she played that, all of that, which
Me
is
too.
fantastic. Got through all that, and then got to Howard, and then just got all electrocuted.
Got electrocuted.
So what happened there? She's like,
do you mean?
Well, because she's like, even
She
in
wants
the room,
answers. She
she's
wants
like,
to know who's working for him.
she's like, I forgave you what I do because of your illness, but now I don't. I know, it's kind of scared me. It was like a nightmare.
It scared you a little bit?
Yeah, it scared me because she flipped so fast. But anyway, yeah, it didn't know. Didn't work on Howard. Howard doesn't. He's a tough cookie.
He's beyond that.
So then she goes and she gets the footage. She has Dumont to check the resolution on the footage. Very reminiscent of one of my favorite movies, No Way Out, with Kevin Costner. Have you seen that one?
Never seen it.
There's a whole plot line where Kevin Costner is accused of being a Russian spy.
Oh.
And he's a naval intelligence officer accused of being a Russian spy.
Oh.
And they're like, the Russian spy's name is, Kosmonov or whatever. And they got a picture of him, but the whole movie, because it's the 80s, the whole movie is spent sort of up-resing this photo.
Up-resing, okay.
Okay, from like pixels to like him. But of course it takes the entire movie to do. And then of course they find out it's him. It's him! And they chase him around the Pentagon. It's great.
Oh.
I won't tell you what happens at the end. Anyway, that reminded me of No Way Out. Like,
Still never seen it.
it's
Looks like it now. I don't have to.
well, no, you have to because I didn't tell you what happens at the end.
Oh, he does.
Also, Gene Hackman. In that.
Oh, well, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
I'm in.
Anywho, also Sean Young before she went crazy.
Oh,
Beautiful Sean Young.
that's so crazy.
She went nuts.
She went Batgirl crazy.
Yep.
Catwoman crazy. She went
Anyway,
Catwoman crazy.
We digress again.
It's the story of our lives today.
Dumont finds out, gets it up-res, finds out it's Tom. She's shocked. She has a job for Solomon, who will do anything.
I'll do anything for her.
Take it for those legs. Need you to take him out. He goes to do so.
What about her betrayal on her face? Like the betrayal that she felt when she
Yeah.
realized it was Tom.
Also-
and Dumont being like, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you.
Are you
Can't
sure
be.
you want to know? What is this about? Well, you didn't know what it's about because whatever it is, he's like, this person's a sworn enemy of us. He's
Yes.
like, there must be some mistake. Because
Can't
this,
be.
'cause this is my boy Tommy T. It's my boy Tom.
He's only been there, by the way, for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know why she was so heartbroken over it, so bereft.
I don't know. He's Tom. So, that's right,
is
bereft.
You like my words today.
Like you're really doing it. So bereft. So he goes to Howard, and she saunters in there and does the whole, sort of like, Howard, yeah, I got you all figured out. And Howard's like, by the way, that scene took way too long because like as Scotty's giving the whole speech about I got you
Oh,
covered,
yeah.
and Howard's like, you don't got me covered.
And
You're
let
not
me
gonna
break it down
You're not
for
gonna
ya.
give that order. I already have. You already have. Well, you better rescind it. Meanwhile, the order's being
Yes.
like he's got his finger on the
Executed.
trigger. He
Literally.
could have been dead 5 times over.
Yes.
They're going back and forth. Really? Like, why would I? I don't know, but you should. You think I should? Maybe. Meanwhile, Solomon's gonna like kill him 5 times over. Like spit it out, Howard. Like, it's your son. It's your son. Stop the order. It took forever. Thank God, Nez. Thank God Nez was in front of Tom the whole time. Jesus. I'm like, come on, everybody.
A stroke of luck.
Anyway, but I did like how they called Tom. I mean, he called Solomon, and Solomon
Yeah.
was very much like, I gotta do it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Stand down. He's like, copy. I like that scene. And I like when he came around the corner all calm. Does make you want to put you in the car and say, pull the trigger. I know how you feel, pal. Fucking Solomon, man. He's the best. So now we got ourselves a GD show.
And Nez is cleaning up her act. P.S.
Nez is cleaning up her act.
Is that the end of her that storyline?
That was the worst storyline ever.
Like, is that it? Is that over?
They had,
Okay.
It's like they had to give Nez something. Her mysterious little baggie of mysterious whatever it is. Like, here, I'm giving it to you.
This is the hardest part. After the high of the gig,
God. It's all
the
awful.
mission is complete.
Awful. I mean,
Gotta keep the high.
I don't use a lot of drugs.
Apparently, I don't either because that's how I think it
I
goes.
know.
I gotta keep the high. Is that
But
what it's like?
I don't think that's what
For
it's
drug
like.
addicts?
I don't know. I mean, Yeah, anyway. So,
I don't
so
know.
she takes the baggie. It's all good. They hug it out.
Can't do it alone.
They hug it out. They're gonna and Howard
Doing it for Howard.
for doing it for Howard. And so there's an alliance there with this.
Yep.
So that's all good stuff. I ask you, Julia.
I do like that she kept on asking Tom, what's your angle? Like, why
Yeah.
are you the guy?
Yeah. He's like, don't worry about that. Just get it done.
Do it for Howard.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to predictions actually because I want to know something. Uh-oh.
Good thing this doesn't have
There it is.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ryan Ninja Steel. Glad you could join us. Hello.
Hi.
What the hell is going to happen now, Julia?
Is that your question?
That's my
for me?
question.
Oh,
What now?
I don't know. We
How's-
only have 2 episodes left.
How's Scotty going to play this?
I don't know. I did get like the first couple seconds of next week on. Before
Oh, I
my
didn't get
DVR
any of
cut
that.
out. Yeah, I got a couple seconds of it, and it looks like our crossover dreams are going to be coming true.
Lizzie shows up.
Lizzie, it looked like a little bit of Harold.
No.
Yeah. oh my God, you're so excited.
I'm excited. Lizzie.
That's as far as I got before the whole thing cut
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next. I can't predict the show at all. But I think maybe, Solomon might want to go a little rogue.
Yeah. Well, he's off to the highest bidder. Where's his loyalty? They must be paying Solomon a shitload because he's really loyal to Scotty. Oh no, he explained it. The legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did say, you brought me to Halcyon on your dime. He didn't throw that little.
Well, I don't know. Is Scotty gonna? I mean, maybe it's a? I don't know what's gonna happen with Solomon.
I don't know.
And Whitehall's still out there.
Whitehall's still out there, whatever hell
Someone's
that is.
pulling the strings on there.
For the finale, I'm going to bring in a bottle of the Whitehall wine that I love so much.
Oh, and
Drink it,
you know
talk
what I'm
about
gonna
it.
bring in? And this also ties in with my prediction. I'm gonna bring in a bottle of red because I think that he's gonna be in the finale.
Oh,
Bam.
I like it.
Mic drop.
I like
Computer
it.
lost. That's all we got, folks. We gotta get out of here. Thank you so much. I know Flippo. No Flippo.
No flip.
He's Flip. Yeah. Anyway, Oh, we got the therapist to deal with. Trevor the
Oh,
therapist.
Trevor the therapist and Kat.
The therapist and Kat.
Trevor/Dan/
Another storyline going
Kat.
nowhere, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
Whatever.
All right.
I mean, but he could take his shirt off again. That's fine.
Thank you for joining us, folks. We love you very much. On the live chat, thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and also on iTunes. Thanks for listening. We will be back with 2 more episodes of The Blacklist Redemption next week and the week after that. For Julia Carely, I'm Joe Braswell. Where can the people find you?
Twitter and Instagram with my name, Julia Carely, JuliaCarley.
Great. And
You, Brazzy Braz?
me, at Twitter and Instagram at Joe K. Braswell. Joe K. Braswell, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you
you later.
later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.